after the 1,000 kilometers away from my current location, what exists there? Yes, there exists the rural areas, which can also be called as the real India. Now, the question is how the government and the government institutions which are located at the center of our country are able to render its services to those people in the rural areas. Now, are those services reaching the rural areas? Now, how can we make our country developed digitally? How can we remove the black economy from our country? How can we connect all the citizens to the government and government to all the citizens? To all these challenges, there came a new startup to a new world called Digital India. Hello everyone, this is Madhumathi from TSWREIS Vikarabad, standing here to speak on a topic: is Digital India a reality or a myth? Now, look onto the screen. These are the agenda points which we are going to discuss today. Introduction to Digital India, vision and vision areas of Digital India, benefits to the government which paves the way for the development of our country. Is Digital India a reality or myth? Finally, I would like to conclude according to my views. And back to the screen. Introduction. Let me introduce you all to the Digital India. What is Digital India? Digital India is a campaign launched by the government to ensure the government services are made available to the citizens, along with the improved online information and technology, and make our country digitally empowered in the field of technology. The Digital India is a campaign launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Sir Narendra Modi with a vision to transform our country into a digitally empowered society. The motto of this Digital India is Power to Empower. The Digital India is regulated under the Ministry of Finance and Technology. Now we can see the logo of Digital India. This is the logo of Digital India. The Digital India is having three core components. They are building safe and secure digital infrastructure, rendering all the government services digitally, and bringing the universal digital literacy. The initiative also includes the connection of all the rural areas with the urban areas and with the government. As we are done with the introduction part of the Digital India, now let us move the second part of our agenda, that is vision and vision areas of the Digital India. What is the vision of Digital India? Digital India is a flagship program launched by the government with a vision to transform our country into a digitally empowered society and a knowledge economy. The Digital India would also bring the public accountability and make our country digitally empowered in the short run. Many other states have also started the Digital India campaigns with the intention of rendering their services digitally to their people. The Digital India makes the cashless transactions and helps it utmost to the development of our country. Now let us discuss what are the vision areas of our Digital India. Digital India is having three main visions. They are digital infrastructure as a utility to every citizen. Under this vision, the key component is to provide the high-speed internet network to all the citizens. The main component is to provide the proper infrastructure of digital to all the citizens. It also provides the digital lockers to the people, which allows them to store the information and their certificates for the easy online access. And moving to the second vision, governance and services on demand. In this, the government is taking many initiatives after the long years for the development of our country in the era of e-governance. The main vision area of this is to provide the information to the citizens and make the online access easy for all the citizens. And moving to the third part of the vision area, bringing the universal digital literacy. The Digital India campaign itself promises the citizens to bring the digital literacy. This can be achieved in the short run by all our citizens of our country. Now, if the vision and the vision areas got extended, then that would result in the 9 pillars of Digital India. There are 9 pillars of Digital India. First one is broadband highways. The broadband highways are implemented by the Department of Telecommunication in the rural areas with the capital expenditure of 32,000 crores. 2,050 gram panchayats got connected due to this broadband highways. And in urban areas, as we have a very good broadband highways, it concentrates more on changing the rules and regulations with the respective of broadband highways. And moving to the second pillar, universal access to mobile connectivity. Under this pillar, the government concentrates on implementing the universal access to mobile connectivity with the capital expenditure of 16,000 crores. This is also done with the Department of Telecommunication. As we all can see, every citizen of our country is having the mobile phones in their hand. Even this pillar can be achieved in very short run. Moving to the third pillar, public internet access program. Under this pillar, the main concept of the government is to make all the citizens accessible to the internet services. The government aims at providing the easy and comfortable process for all the citizens and the common man to access the internet services. Moving to the fourth pillar, e-governance. E-governance means electronic governance. The governments want to reform through the technology available in our country. From the birth certificate to death certificate, all the certificates are available online, which makes citizens and the government easy for the access as per their needs. And moving to the fifth pillar, e-Kranti. E-Kranti means delivering the electronic services to the citizens. This is the most important pillar among the 9 pillars is what I feel, because all the institutions which are situated in the rural areas are still backward because due to the lack of the proper services from the government. So, under this pillar, if the government improves the efficient services and provides them with their services, then surely those institutions will take a step forward and make our country develop. And moving to the seventh pillar, information for all, which means the government gives information to all the citizens of our country. In the website mygovernment.in, the government provides the citizens with all the information. This connects the citizens and the government together. And moving to the seventh pillar, electronics manufacturing. This is the second most important pillar among the all 9 pillars is what I feel, because India is still developing country, and for that the one of the reason is these imports. Under this pillar, the government wants to stop the imports from other countries in the electronics and wanted to manufacture the electronics within our country and targets the net zero imports from other countries. Under this pillar, the government creates the more electronics within our country and stops net imports. Moving to the 8th pillar, IT for jobs. Under this pillar, the government initiated to bring the people from the rural areas and the remote areas and train them and place them in the IT sectors for getting employment. This pillar creates the job opportunities not only for the rural areas but also creates the workforce to the government. And coming to the 9th pillar, empowerment, early harvest programs. Under this pillar, the government categorized all the programs which are need to be implemented very soon are under this pillar. For example, implementation of biometric machine and implementation of Wi-Fi in universities, etc. All such implementations, all such initiatives are categorized under this 9th pillar under Digital India. Now, as we are done with vision and vision areas of our Digital India, let us move to the third part of our topic, that is benefits to government. We all know without the benefits, no government will take no initiatives. So now let us see what all the benefits the government getting through the Digital India. First one, removal of black economy. As the transactions are made digitally, there will be no scope for the illegal transactions. All the citizens are able to transact their transactions only digitally. Then there will be no scope for citizens to create the black economy. The perfect and efficient implementation of Digital India leads to the complete eradication of black economy from our country. If the black economy is completely eradicated, then we are already a step forward in reaching the development of our country. And moving to the second benefit, increase in revenues. As we have discussed above, all the transactions are made only digitally, then no people are allowed to escape from the payment of tax to the government. Not only the people, all the citizens of our country and all the assessees are bound to pay the tax strictly as per the rules of our government. This would drastically improve the revenues of the government, which in turn leads to the development of our country. And moving to the third benefit, empowerment to people. Digital India will surely lead to the empowerment of people, because Digital India is forcing our people to have the mobile phones, bank accounts and etc. So now the government will directly render its services to the citizens. Here the government can remove the middlemen involving in it. Now this empowerment people will also connect the government and citizens together. And moving to the fourth benefit, paves the way to e-governance. The government completely concentrating on developing the e-governance. E-governance means the electronic governance. The commencement of the death certificate to birth certificate, everything is available online and made easy for the citizens and the government for their access as per their needs. And moving to the fifth benefit, creation of new jobs. The Digital India is having a lot of potential in creation of new jobs. The Digital India creates jobs not only in IT sectors but also in rural areas and government sectors, which leads to the development of our country. And as we are done with the benefits of our government, let us see the disadvantages of the Digital India. Here, every advantage is followed by some of the disadvantages. In our world, nothing comes with advantage and without disadvantages. So, whatever we take for comparison, every advantage will have a certain disadvantage. Similarly, the Digital India is also having the several disadvantages like data insecurity, crime and terrorism, over-reliance on gadgets, etc. But we need to concentrate more on advantages, because advantages are the mountains which are going to take us to the development of our country, not the disadvantages. And moving to the fourth part of our topic, and the most important part of our topic is Digital India, reality or myth. A well-connected nation is prerequisite to a well-connected nation. The digitally connected nation will surely develop our country and leads to the topmost developed country. In India, we have seen the tremendous growth in Digital India, and all the people are implementing it to the utmost satisfaction level. The government is successful in providing the high-speed internet networks to rural areas. All the rural areas and urban areas are connected through Digital India. The government and the citizens are connected to Digital India. The people who are unable to reach the rural areas are also connected through Digital India. The Digital India links and networks provided by the government are very standard and can withstand even further weather conditions of 60 degrees Celsius to minus 40 degrees Celsius, which means no hot waves from the Thar desert and no cold waves from Himalayas can stop India from becoming digitally developed and connecting rural areas and on going beyond. Now, Digital India is connecting all the citizens at one place and providing all the information to all the citizens. India is the second largest populated country and having many chances of becoming the second world largest economy. Digital India leads to the development of our country, and to achieve this development in short run, all the government and most of our Indians are considering the Digital India as the primary growth enabler. So what do you all guys just think? Is Digital India reality or a myth? Yes, Digital India is a reality. Digital India is as real as sunrise and sunset, because the billions of our Indians are getting benefited through the Digital India, like Aadhaar authentication, Swayam, digital lockers, etc. So, as our Indians, it is our responsibility to get onto the platform of Digital India and make a way for our country to get developed. And Digital India not only supports the connecting of our country, but also makes our country digitally empowered in the field of technology. Digital India is launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Sir Narendra Modi to make our country digitally empowered. This is the best initiative for the rural youth and also for the urban youth. This is a main area and this is a main important initiative took by the government in the recent years to connect all the citizens at one place. And finally, I would like to conclude saying Digital India contributes to the developed nation for sure, because Digital India is the first part of the Digital India is connecting all the people together. Connecting all the people together and in exchanging the information from one citizen to another citizen and the information from government to citizen, all the Indians communicate each other and puts all your hands together and make our country developed. A well-connected nation is a prerequisite to a well-developed nation. But however, one should notice that Digital India cannot alone bring the development to our country. There are many other areas which the government need to concentrate to make our country developed, such as environment, regulatory, business areas and so on. But Digital India is having a huge weight and completely puts its efforts and make our country developed. So as an Indians, it is all our responsibility to follow Digital India and support Digital India to make our country digitally empowered in the field of technology. And finally, I would like to conclude saying Digital India is a reality and not a myth. But this reality can be achieved only if all the hands of the Indians are put together. I would like to thank all my Praveen sir, team and TSAT channel for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all.